welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah.
And on this week's episode, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
We did skip last week because Sarah had some scheduling conflicts because she couldn't do it on Saturday Friday, and then had something going on Saturday and work, and
yeah.
So
and then I ended up having to work on Saturday.
So we skipped a week last week. But thanks for hanging in there with us. If you're listening, which whoever is, whatever, thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. So I do have some fun things some fun updates sort of about Ryan's car.
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
So for those of you that didn't listen to the last episode, my partner Ryan got into an accident. He's totally fine. His car, however, was a little damaged. Long story short,
it's an understatement.
Long story short, the person that hit him gave us a number which we repeatedly tried to contact, and he did contact and basically say he didn't say anything. He just said, I'll give you my information later, and he just never gave us this information. So I filed a police report and filed a claim last Monday. Was it last Monday? Yes, last Monday.
I think so.
And then they called me on Tuesday and scheduled it to be. So we took it to the collision repair place today. And they were like, well, they'll take a look at it and give you a call probably Monday. I'm like, okay, cool. They called me like 3 or 4 hours ago and we're like, hey, so we looked at it and they're going to have to replace the back passenger door, which I assumed, because it was the main damage. And then there's like the insert that goes in the wheel well. They have to replace that. Mm-hmm. Some trim pieces around the doors, and then the quarter panel window. There's a little glass window they have to take out and then replace it as well. And the wheel, we took the car on Tuesday. We took the car on Tuesday and had them put a new tire on the wheel. And then when we went to go pick it up, they were like, oh, by the way, your rim is bent from the impact. So
that's not good.
And they're like, well, because it's an alloy rim, they can't reshape an alloy rim, and it has to be replaced.
Ew.
So that has to be replaced, which is fine. I mean, it's a Nissan rim, so it's not that crazy.
Yeah, but still gross.
And then so the collision repair place contacted me and they said, so with everything that needs to be replaced, it's $6,000. It's like, she said like $5,900. So it's $6,000 to fix this car. So fun times.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I don't have to pay that $6,000. So
right.
And then I have with the progressive insurance that I have this thing that's called a deductible savings account. No, deductible savings bank, where if you are accident free for 6 months, they add $50 into a savings bank for you, so that when you do have an accident, it covers all or most of your deductible. And I had $650 in there, so it covered all of my $500 deductible.
There you go.
So that's nice. I didn't, however, have rental insurance or rental coverage for a rental car. So I'm having to pay for that. But it's just for like a week and a couple days. So
yeah, that's not bad at all.
We have the rental car. It was originally scheduled for us to return it next Friday, but we found out that it wouldn't be ready. It wouldn't be done until maybe the end of the month. So I moved it out until the 29th of August. So returning it on the Tuesday, not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. So that'll be fun. I just remembered that Tuesday is the day that we start ESL classes.
Oh
well, we'll figure it out. Anyways, how's Sarah doing?
Sarah is good. So this, for those who didn't listen to the last episode, I moved this last week.
Oh yeah, how's the new place?
The new place is fantastic. I currently reside in a queer stoner paradise. And I'm in love. So I'm living with Lizzie and Mac, and they're married. And then right this moment, I'm living with Mac's sister Lindsay as well, but Lindsay's going to be moving out next month. And then I also get to reside with four lovely pets. So there's Ted, who is Lindsay's, and Ted is a Shih Tzu. And then there's Denali and Oakley. Oakley is a dachshund, and Denali is a husky. And Toothless, the cat, who's a Maine Coon.
Yeah, and so when she said that she was moving into this place and she told us about the animals, I was like, you realize that those two dogs are some of the loudest dogs in the canine family.
So what's funny is Oakley doesn't make any noise at all. But
which is very odd for a
dachshund.
Dachshund, yeah.
Yeah. He loves balls, and I love phrasing it that way as well. He'll go grab like any ball shaped toy. He will go grab it. He will bring it to you, put it on the floor, nudge it with his little nose at you, and like just stand there and wag his tail. Like, all right, throw it. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. Denali is actually very, very quiet for a husky. She also loves the sunshine and the heat.
Most huskies do like to sit in the sun.
And I'm just like, how are you not dying? It's 105.
How are you not baking? Yeah. Bobo does that too. He likes to lay in the sun and like just sunbathe.
Yeah, Bobercino loves that too. Like and he's mostly black, black dog. And he'll just like go out. He doesn't even have to use the bathroom. He just wants to go outside and like recharge in the sun. And I'm just over here like, I'm dying of a heat stroke watching you. What? Anyway, but yeah, so I haven't quite finished putting together my room. I'm slowly but surely carrying everything up from the garage. And yeah, but I love it. Honestly, it's very nice. I'm very, very happy and feel very blessed to be here. And like we just have a lot of fun too. Like we all get along really well. We all have a lot of fun. We're all kind of in the same age range. It's just really nice. But yeah, like now I'm all like, so now that I'm officially moved out, do I spill the tea about what happened at the last place? Or do I just leave people guessing?
Well, I don't know that there would be legal ramifications.
True.
I don't know. That's totally up to you. I will take I will not give you any legal advice.
I guess I won't spill all of the tea yet because I don't know if I'm actually going to fight her on something. But she's not giving me back my security deposits. I got that text message.
Did she give you a reason?
She did, and none of those reasons are listed in my lease.
Is it because you gave them herpes?
No, I did not give anybody herpes.
Oh, lice. It's lice. Okay, got it.
Shh. Not everybody needs to know about the lice, okay?
Crabs.
Like why are you being this way? Oh, speaking of crabs, actually, it's just a funny segue for me to talk about going to my doctor's yesterday.
And she worked. Okay, you said doctors. Okay. I was going, you're going to have a horror story from your work because you work at a place that does like waxing and massage therapy and stuff. And I was like, ooh.
Luckily, we don't do waxing. We just do massage therapy and facials. So we're good. Facials sounds dirty in the context that we're talking about. My bad. No, but.
Unless you're into that, then it's totally.
In which case,
do your thing.
No judgments here. I went to my doctor's yesterday. I had my last post-op appointment for them to check to make sure that all my internal incisions healed up well and like no sutures are like sticking out somewhere or anything like that. And I'm free and clear. And as long as I don't develop any weird bleeding, I should remain cancer-free.
Well, that's exciting news.
Yep. So after 5 years of all clear, I'm considered a cancer survivor because at that time, the likelihood of me getting cancer again is minimal, like practically none. So I just have to go twice a year for the next 5 years, get things checked out. And as long as nothing happens, then yay!
Well, that's good news. That's exciting.
Yeah. Don't you like how I tied that in from us talking about crabs?
Yeah, I don't know where the connection was there, but
The connection was they had to look up my hoo-ha. So, and that's where crabs generally are, is on the pubic hair.
yeah. Well, I do have a little thing that I wanted to do. Did you look up Urban Dictionary things to talk about? So here's the premise. I was watching TikTok and I can't remember what the name of the actually, let me see if I can find them. The name of the podcast, it's these two I want to say they're probably from around here, like Boston or somewhere around here, but they host a podcast and some of the information or some of the stuff they talk about is very disgusting. Some of it's kind of borderline gay baiting, but on this episode they were doing something and they looked up a word in the Urban Dictionary and tried to make up a description or a definition to it, and I'm still looking for their what the name of the podcast is. Give me a second, Sarah. You can vamp.
Oh, I'm gonna vamp.
Yeah.
So yes, I have.
Okay, I found it. You don't have to vamp anymore.
Okay.
The Basement Yard Podcast. It's two dudes, and I don't remember their names. Frank Alvarez and Joe Santiago. So they did an episode where one of them said an Urban Dictionary word, and then the other one tried to come up with what it was actually called, or what the definition was. And the one that's the first one on the list that I'm looking at is the one that they actually did, called Charizarding, like Charizard from Pokemon.
Yeah, from Pokemon. But
what do you think the definition is, Sarah?
What do I think the definition is of that?
Charizarding.
Charizarding. Well, I'm sure it means birding something. I have no idea. I have not even a hint of an idea.
Okay, so this is if you have children listen, which you shouldn't have children listening to our podcast, but
you should not have children listening to our podcast.
Or if you don't like dirty things, Charizarding is when you light a girl's pubes on fire, put it out with your jizz, then flap your arms and say, "You don't have enough badges to train me." It's Charizarding.
Okay.
So that was the word they talked about on their podcast. And then the next one on this list is borked.
Borked?
Yeah, BORKED.
Okay. So like a dog barking, like a dog barked, like borked. Like that's a thing.
I mean, that is a thing. Yeah. But not this one.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
I mean, that could be like your definition, a dog barking, but bork. I think bork is a dog bark, but borked is past tense.
Yeah. So borked meaning to bork.
The dog has borked.
The dog barked. Ergo, the dog borked.
The dog borked all night. That sounds kind of dirty, actually.
That does actually sound a little dirty.
So the definition in Urban Dictionary is to have totally fucked something up, usually by doing something stupid, specifically used to describe technology that is broken.
Yeah.
So like your old phone was borked.
Yeah, my old phone was borked. That is true.
Do you have one?
I do. And hold on, wait. I have it. I'm just on the wrong thing. Okay. So mine is less of a specific word, and it's a little term.
Okay.
Okay. So this term is beekeeping age.
Beekeeping age.
Yes. Okay. So the example given is OMG, Pedro Pascal is definitely beekeeping age.
So kind of old enough to not have very many or not very many like I'm trying to think of how to rephrase it. So old enough to basically be comfortable but still sexy, like fiscally comfortable but still attractive.
Yeah, kind of, essentially. So it specifically it's when an older person, usually a man, around 40 to 50 is still considered extremely sexually attractive. And it comes from an episode of Rick and Morty, which I know that you don't watch.
No. I have watched. I just don't watch regularly, and I haven't watched like a lot of one season. Like I've watched maybe a couple of episodes every now and then, but no, not enough to understand.
Okay. One of Summer's friends talks about how she wants to have sex with Summer's dad, Jerry, and says he's beekeeping age.
So in that context, Ryan is beekeeping age.
Correct.
Got it.
Ryan is beekeeping age.
So the next one I have on my list is man stand.
Man stand.
And this one isn't dirty. Not all of these on this list are dirty.
Just a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean the first two. Well, no, I guess just the first one was. Don't look it up. Just make up your own guess, Sarah.
I'm not looking it up.
Man stand.
Man stand. All right. So is it related? No, you said it wasn't dirty.
Okay, here's their little sentence. It says, I've been doing the man stand outside T2 for an hour. I don't know what T2 is.
I don't either. T2 might be golf, though.
It's like a shop.
T2 is a shop?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming, but that's in the context of the definition, it's a shop.
Okay. So is it where somebody, a dude is standing outside of a shop, like trying to like hook up with girls, or?
You almost got there. No. So okay. The act of a man standing outside of a shop while his girlfriend, wife, partner shops inside. Man standing involves looking into space at other women, or in the case of multi-story shopping centers, leaning on a rail from an upper floor watching the people below. So kind of like people watching, but...
Kind of like people watching. Okay. All right. I can see that. That makes sense.
And the next one on my list has actually another meaning in the gay community, but this isn't what's in here. It's munt.
Man cunt?
Yeah. But that's not what's on here. So instead of bussy, you say munt.
So instead of pussy. Instead of boy pussy. Okay. All right.
But what would you think? So, hey dude, I drove over a squirrel the other day. I've got it here. Look, it's completely munted. This one's dumb. I don't like this version.
Squish?
But it's also Australian. slang. The popular Australian meaning is to be broken or unusable.
All right. Why
Their
would you?
sentence. Their sentence doesn't make sense.
Their sentence does not make sense.
And I like the gay version of it better. Munt is much better when you think of it in the context that I put it.
I agree. Oh, okay. All right.
It's kind of like Merce, but for your nethers.
But for your nethers. Okay. Anyway. Let us see here. Let me hold on. I'm oh my god. That's dumb. Let's not do that. All right. Let's go here.
And while you're doing that, something else fun happened. So I returned the razor that I bought for the podcast phone, and it hadn't made it back to AT&T yet. And so I called him and I was like, I don't know what's going on with your, like, why it's not delivered to you guys yet, but I still have it showing on my phone account that I have to pay for that. And I'm like, I'm not paying for that. So can you get it removed? First guy I talked to, he was like, well, let me see if I can get you to this other group that can take care of it. And then I had to go through the whole spiel with another person for like an hour on the phone. And then he got it removed and reversed the upgrade fee, because every time you buy a new phone, you have to pay a $36 activation fee, which doesn't make sense to me, especially if you pay like for the iPhone. I paid outright for it, so I didn't even like put it on a plan or anything, but they still charged me the upgrade fee, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That should be done away with, unless I'm like redoing my plan and I have an agreement with you people.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it? Did you find another one?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It's monk.
Monk?
Yes, but with a U instead of an O. So monk.
Okay. Do you have a context?
If I give you,
it will give me okay.
It will give you the answer.
Can you kind of like think of a context?
Yeah.
Without reading it.
I'm wondering if I give like what I can give that's not going to give it away.
Is it an action or?
No, okay. It is related to the body.
Oh, monk. Okay, so maybe like another word for the gooch.
No, okay. But close.
Let's see, monk. An unshaven vagina.
No.
Oh, okay.
It is a slang term for testicles.
Oh, I've never heard that.
It's from 1999.
Oh, okay. Well, I was 10. That would be why I didn't hear it.
Correct. But the reason that I came across that one was I was looking at something else, which is ex-monk.
Ex-monk?
Ex-monk.
So to be castrated?
No, because in this instance, monk does not mean what that other one means.
Oh, so a shaven vagina.
No. So an ex-monk is a term for a person who vows, whose vows are prosperity, charity, and the order of Christ, which is love God, love others, love thyself, and love thy enemies.
So it had nothing to do with the human body, but
nothing to do with testicles on that one.
That's funny. So the next one on my list is Irish handcuffs, and it is not sexual.
Irish handcuffs, and it's not sexual?
Yeah.
Is it related to alcohol?
I was gonna say, think of what Irish people are stereotypically famous for.
alcohol and potatoes.
So alcohol, yeah, you had it right
Well,
the first time.
alcohol.
Mhm.
Okay. Irish handcuffs to be too drunk to do anything.
Close, yeah, kind of. I mean, that's a good option. So it says Hamish O'Malley, a very stereotypical Irish name, was in Irish handcuffs last night at the pub. He always had a Guinness in each hand. So it is
Oh,
when a person is carrying an alcohol beverage in both hands at the same time.
they're double fisting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
what we in America would call double fisting, yeah.
Okay. All right. I get it now. I get it. I understand. Okay. All right. My next one is another term. Okay.
Isn't
And the
that
term,
all of them? These are all terms, Sarah.
well, I know, but like this is like a short term. Like it's more of a term than it is just like a word on its own.
Okay.
It's a, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's pink dollar.
Oh.
Okay.
Sarah, are all of yours to do with human anatomy?
No. And here is the sentence. Okay, the sentence is Lady Gaga's popularity owes a great deal to the power of the pink dollar.
Oh, the gay monies. Gay's money. Got
Yeah.
it. That's a good one. I like that.
Yes. And
You
apparently
gotta work hard for my pink dollar.
all right. And apparently, that term was coined in the 90s.
Oh.
So
It probably has some connotation with the pink triangle.
yeah, it's used primarily to describe the purchasing power of the gay community. But yes, pink is often used with gay people because of the pink triangle.
Yeah. So the next one I have is a name of a person, but it's talking like it's referencing a type of person. So it's Stephen Glansberg.
Stephen Glansberg.
Yeah. And there's like it's a sentence from or like a line of commentary from Superbad. So Seth, all right, let's stop this and just go get some dinner. Evan, no, I can't. I gotta go meet my counselor. I'm picking out my classes for next year. Seth, what? So I gotta sit here and eat my dessert alone like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg? Points at Glansberg. Evan, I guess, yeah. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Okay, so somebody who stereotypically eats all alone or is all alone.
Yeah, basically. The kid who sits alone at lunch every day eating his dessert. That was a very specific reference.
It was a very specific reference. Okay, this next
included
one.
in a not so great movie.
Correct. This one is sexual.
Oh, okay. My next one kind of is too, but not really.
Gabble jacking.
Is that when you jack off and make like a turkey noise?
No.
Or what is gabble? Okay, let me hold on. Let me think of what gabble is. Is it kind of like when you are watching porn that's in another language while masturbating?
No, but you're close with masturbation.
Oh, okay.
So it's specifically a circle of men pleasuring each other with their hands whilst simultaneously maintaining casual conversation.
Oh, so kind of like a circle jerk, a little bit.
Yeah, circle jerk because they're all talking about like
but
boring
gabbing.
shit.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gabble
that's where the
jacking.
gabble. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a fun one.
That is a fun one.
So this one, it sounds sexual because of what we know kind of another term to mean, but it's not. So it's shexting.
Shexting.
And it's SHEXTING.
Okay, shexting.
And I can't tell you.
Because it'll give it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it does have to do with texting. That's kind of what the EXTING means.
Okay. So, Shreks. Okay. So maybe.
And you do it in the bathroom.
Okay. So I was going to say texting while you were taking a shit.
Yeah. So it says texting your friends, loved ones, or even your annoying coworkers whilst taking a dump on the porcelain throne. Shitting plus texting equals shexting. And then the statement or the little sentence was, Robert got an important text while shitting, so he was forced to use the shexting method. That's fun.
Wow. Okay. I don't think we're going to know that one. Hold on. Okay. All right. My next one is Jababa.
Jababa?
Jababa.
Jababa.
Yep. Who was the Jababa that tried to put your radio in your car? Is the sentence given.
Oh, so it's kind of like Jerry Rigger. Or like an idiot that thinks they know what they're doing.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. One that does something stupid or acts like an idiot.
Okay. So the next one I have is sporking. I feel like I know this one actually.
Sporking?
Yeah, sporking.
Okay. All right. Well, spooning would be, curling up together. Forking would be fucking. So is sporking something where you're having sex in the spooning position?
Unintentionally, yeah.
Unintentionally.
That sounds really weird. So the act of
unintentionally.
The act of spooning with an erection.
Ah. Okay.
With the addition of an erection. And it kind of sounds like it would be an accidental erection.
Oh, like an erection that occurred because of the spooning?
Yeah. So then it in the little statement it says, we fell asleep. Then when I woke up in the morning, he was totally sporking me. I mean, there's other ones like Bye Felicia. And then Took an L, which everybody knows those. And it's funny, earlier today, I was actually talking to someone and I said, Bye Felicia, completely seriously.
All right. Well, this one is a phrase. I franked myself.
Franked yourself? It's when you like screw yourself over?
No.
Oh. Frank. So maybe, is it a positive or a negative thing?
It is a negative.
So maybe when you overcommit yourself?
No. So it's knowingly giving a friend drugs that can't handle them.
Oh, so like Frank, like you're gonna have to babysit them.
Yes. So it's knowingly giving somebody drugs and knowing that person's probably not going to be able to handle it and then having to deal with that. Which I'm over here like, why would, if you know that they can't handle it, don't give it to them.
Or maybe they're the annoying friend that won't leave you alone until you give it to them.
Maybe.
So the next one I have, and we won't do very many more of these for those people that are bored out of their minds.
I was gonna say, I'm finished. That was all I had.
Well, I'll make this one my last one too. It's clutch oven.
Clutch oven? Okay. So like when something comes in clutch, like coming in at the last second to like rescue. So maybe the clutch oven is baking that?
No. I mean, you're thinking of it way too seriously with the clutch part. Like coming in clutch, like new slang. This is specifically about like a car clutch oven.
Okay. Does it have any?
And Dutch oven.
I was just getting ready to say, does it have anything to do with a Dutch oven?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it where you fart in a car where nobody can get away from it?
Yes. So to fart in a car full of people and crank the heat to maximum for maximum effectiveness. So you circulate the fart. That's terrible.
Gross.
So yeah, that was fun. Also, while we were doing this, I got a notification that my Unit 2 assignment got graded, and I was 100% assuming that I was going to get at least like 20 points taken off. I got a 93.33.
Oh, hey. Way to
So,
go.
I mean, hey.
Always doing better than you think you are.
So I do want to talk about a movie that I just watched recently.
Mhm.
Rewatched, not like new to me watched, but rewatched last night actually.
Okay.
And it is Miss Congeniality.
Oh my God.
Love the movie. However, I didn't realize how many like stereotypical and very like
Transphobic comments.
offensive and transphobic comments it made.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was watching it and I was like, I didn't realize how problematic this movie actually was, with like all of the like terrible transphobic comments and then like the ditzy idiot comments and
Yeah.
the stereotype around the like the coach for the Miss America contestant.
Yeah, Michael Caine's character.
Yeah, so it's like I was like, this is a really fun movie. However, there are so many negative things about it that are like, if they were trying to make this today, it wouldn't ever get made.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of misogyny. There's a lot of trans misogyny, as well as transphobia. And then like there's a lot of homophobic comments and a lot of like I don't know. Like the thing is with Sandra Bullock's character, she's a quote unquote feminist. Okay. It's there in the movie. It's hinted at. She's supposed to be a feminist, but she's all alone and she doesn't do anything womanly, so she has nobody. And because she's like this, she can't have a relationship. But then as soon as she starts like dressing up and wearing makeup and doing these stereotypically female things and like so on and so forth, then suddenly she's interesting, and of course the hot guy is interested in her, and then she has a relationship, and then she's not miserable anymore.
I do think that the second one kind of made up for that, because I just finished watching the second one earlier.
Right.
Not the like, I think it partially made up for it because it had the drag queens in it, as like we want to make it up to the LGBTQIA plus community.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still kind of stereotypical, and he also wasn't a gay man playing the gay character. But she had like a stylist person that she worked with in the second one too. But like at the end of the story, it's basically like, be who you are. Don't dress up to impress other people. It's part of it. And then I kind of also wanted to talk about the other crazy thing that's going on with Sandra Bullock and her other movie, Blindside. Have you heard about this?
Yeah,
Where
I heard
he, like the guy, Michael, came out and basically said that the family put him on a conservatorship and made millions off of him. And
yeah,
The Blind Side was like a complete lie. They never actually really adopted him or anything like that.
mm-hmm.
But what I don't understand and what I don't approve of is people bashing Sandra Bullock for it and saying she deserves to have her award taken away. It's like, no, she didn't write the story. She had no part in the screenwrite or the screenplay or anything like that. She just did her job as an actor to portray what she was given.
Yeah, she just acted in it. It wasn't something that she was actually like writing or anything. Though I think she was the producer of it though.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't, like, being a producer basically just means you pay for a lot of it. Like,
right. But like,
I don't know how much creative license you get as a producer.
I guess my thinking is that because she was willing to put her money up for it, she obviously thought it was a good enough story to go ahead.
Well, she probably thought it was a good enough story because that was what they were told. Like,
right.
They were told
like, I'm
that
just
these
saying,
things
like,
happened.
In that aspect, I can kind of see why people would be like, well.
But again, it's like that's what they were told. They had no idea what was actually happening.
Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just
yeah.
I'm showing that other side.
No, I understand. But also, like, a lot of the times, the only reason big movie stars are given the credit of producer is because that's the only thing, like, that's one of the things that makes them sign on to a project, because they'll make more money being a producer and an actor in the movie.
Right, than they would just as an actor.
Yeah, and as an actor, as a producer, you have more, what is it? It's like more but more rights to, like, the royalties and stuff. So you're more likely to get any royalties from it than if you were just the actor.
That makes sense too.
So most actors, when you see like an actor that's like the main character that's also a producer, that's the reason. It's because they're like, well, it's going to make a lot of money, so I want to make sure I have the ability to not just make what I make as the actor, but also make any royalties and money that it makes afterwards.
Right. Like residuals.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
And then, like, on top of all that, her partner just died.
Oh, I didn't know that her partner died.
Yeah, she just lost her partner, and then everybody's like, oh, the Blindside stuff came out, so strip her of her award. And it's like, leave her alone.
Is this gonna be a leave Britney alone?
I don't think so.
He wasn't even looking at me. So those of you who are picturing him like giving me a glare or anything, that is not what was happening. He was looking at his phone.
I was, because I just got an email from work, and I didn't really understand what she was asking. So I wasn't actually listening to it. But at least I can admit that I wasn't listening.
That's true. This reminds me though of one time, I think you had sent me money for pizza or something like that. Whatever. And you had asked me what I got on my pizza, and I told you, and you weren't paying attention. And I was like, did you even hear me? And you were like, yeah, you said cheeseburgers and pickles for dinner, right? And I was like, no. And then you stopped and you were like, wait, that is not at all what we were talking about.
It happens a lot. It's not my fault. I am good at multitasking, but I'm not good at multi-listening.
Understood. No. So I made the joke because you said leave Sandra alone.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I
was making the leave Britney alone joke.
Okay, I do remember that. Also, did you see that person? It's been a couple of years now, but the person that was like in the Leave Britney Alone thing, they're actually transgender now.
Oh, did they? The last I had seen them, they hadn't transitioned.
I don't know if they have yet, but they came out as transgender.
They are now Kara Cunningham. Wow. And they look fantastic.
Oh, really? I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they look great.
Okay, A-R-A?
Cara.
See, oh, there it is, Cunningham. Oh, wow, yeah.
She looks great.
Kind of in the picture on their Instagram or her Instagram, she looks like Hillary Duff a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Well, good for her. Anything else that's going on with you? Otherwise, this might be a short one this week.
I don't think there's really anything else going on with me. Let's see. Nick's birthday is coming up. I'm very excited. I got one of his gifts today. And I don't know how often he actually listens to this, so I'm not going to say what it is. But
it's a sticker.
Yes, it's a sticker.
Oh, you can show me because we don't do the.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Is I'll just show it to you so you can see,
and then I'll say it.
Yes, and then you'll say it. I don't know, like if the background. There it is.
Oh, I saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's a story behind it and a reason that it is what it is.
There is.
Okay.
There is, yes.
Okay.
And we can talk about that after his birthday has passed.
That's funny.
We are going to go. It's going to be Nick, Horace, Kat, myself, and the Bobercino. We are all going to Corpus Christi on the 30th. So I'm very excited.
That's fun.
I have not been to Corpus Christi.
Have you hung out with your new friend Gemini? Is that her name?
Oh, Gemini, yes.
Their name.
I have not hung out with them since the move. But they messaged me the other day. Yesterday. Yeah, they messaged me yesterday and were asking whether or not I wanted to hang out this next week. And I said, yes, absolutely. Please, let's hang out. So yeah. So that's where things are right now. That's all I got. Oh, and I start school on Monday.
Oh yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
This week will end my third week in my class. So I have 9 more weeks after this one, and then I'm done with my degree.
Woot woot.
Not that I'm counting down or anything.
Not that you're counting down.
Technically 10 because there's a week in between this class and the last one.
I don't even want to think about how much time I have left because
it's been 89 years.
It's been That's
where my head goes every time.
Same.
Jeez.
I sing the rest of it in my head. But I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish my degree. I originally was hoping to have already, been able to transfer over to UT by now, but that didn't happen.
So I do have a question. Do you see yourself living in Texas for the rest of your life, or?
It feels kind of like a home base. Not to say that I wouldn't live somewhere else, but right now it feels like the place that I would come back to, if that makes sense. So not necessarily the place that I'm going to live for the rest of my life. I'll probably live other places for the experience and whatnot, but it feels like a place that I could come back to.
Okay.
It would also depend on how things go, because I'm very worried about all this legislation.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, where do you want to live? Like,
I want to live in California.
that's fair. That's reasonable.
Like,
Expensive.
well, I mean, so is Rhode Island. It's pretty
True.
similar to how much it costs to live in California.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, my rent is over $2,000 a month, Sarah.
Yeah, but in Cali, it's like
It was
over four.
$2,300 a month.
Dang.
It's it's like $300 more than what I currently pay in this apartment. And it's my rent is gonna go up this week or this next whenever I renew my lease, it's gonna go up again.
Gross.
So
I feel like there should be like discounts.
the longer you stay somewhere, yeah, you would think.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I'm a good tenant.
Or like at least some improvements that are made to the apartment while you're living there.
Right.
Like if you live here for this amount of time, and your like stove and stuff are a certain amount old, we will replace them with brand new ones.
Yeah.
Or I am kind of on the ledge of asking if I buy my own washer and dryer, if they will remove the one that they have in there, so I can put my own in there, because their washer and dryer and the kitchen are like the biggest negatives of this entire apartment.
Yeah. And I can say that because I lived with him. So
yeah, the washer and dryer are tiny, and the dryer sucks.
The dryer sucks.
And like the kitchen is horrible.
Yeah.
The layout's stupid. I understand. I think I know why the layout is. I kind of know why the layout's stupid, because it's it has to be ADA compliant, but that doesn't explain why there is no microwave, like the microwave air or microwave. What's that thing called? Hood system, over the range thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't you know disabled people don't use microwaves?
And also, I don't understand what their reasoning, if they wanted to make it ADA compliant, why they have a top freezer, because if someone's in a wheelchair, there's no way they could reach into the freezer.
Right.
Unless they're like extremely tall, but in a wheelchair. So like a French door refrigerator would make so much more sense to me, which is what was in the pictures that I saw. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to have a newer French door refrigerator and I'm going to have a microwave, so I don't need to bring my own microwave. So I gave my microwave away when I moved here. And then I got here and I'm like, oh, I don't have a microwave. So I had to buy another one.
Right.
Which microwaves are relatively inexpensive, but
still, it's like an unnecessary expense.
Yeah. And I don't understand the reasoning behind not putting. There's like a whole wall next to where the cupboards are, or for people that are in the United States, where the cabinets are in the kitchen. There's like a whole wall of space, and then the hallway. I don't understand why they didn't just put another thing of cabinets, or make a
like a hutch type situation,
like a hutch, or they called a pantry. Like just put a thing that's just like 2 doors and shelves.
Yeah.
Like there's an entire space for it that could have been just a really good pantry. They needed. If I owned this place, I would completely gut the kitchen and redo it.
Oh, that's fair.
I also I don't understand why anyone would ever put a bar in. Like that is, you're making space unusable, basically.
Yeah.
Just make it a freaking island.
Yeah. No, I agree. Brain. No, what I was gonna say is like, I know it's supposed to be ADA compliant, but it doesn't feel ADA compliant with how small it is.
Yeah.
Because like, how are you supposed to turn around or do anything?
Yeah, I don't. It's
There's
weird.
really not enough space.
Well, I mean, that's enough of my bitching about my apartment, which is actually a really nice apartment. I do also wish that they didn't have carpet in the bedrooms, but
That's fair.
do we want to go to our turn of phrase?
Yes.
I mean, we kind of did the entire episode was turn of phrase, but
Kinda, yeah. But
this one is don't throw the baby out with the bath water. I've never heard this phrase.
I have.
And the meaning is don't get rid of valuable things along with unnecessary ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Controversial. I don't know that I would consider a baby valuable. More of a liability than anything else.
Well, good news. Nobody was asking your opinion.
But the origin is, it says, you won't believe this one. In the early 1500s, people only bathed once a year. Not only that, but they also bathed in the same water without changing it. The adult males would bathe first, then the females, leaving the children and babies to go last. By the time the babies got in, the water was clouded with filth. The poor mothers had to take extra care that their babies were not thrown out with the bathwater. Gross.
Okay. That's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I cannot imagine putting a baby in filthy water.
Maybe that's why so many babies died.
No
Young.
kidding. The infant death rates. Jesus. How have we survived as a species? What the fuck? Anyway.
Oh, so for the next one, I think we should do that thing that you were talking about in the last episode, where we come up with a game that's like, would you rather or could you deal type of thing.
Yes.
We should do that.
Yes. Absolutely.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun for us. Whether it's fun for anybody listening, who cares?
It's fun for us, and that's what matters.
That's all that matters. Yes.
All that matters.
So what are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I am hoping to finish carrying everything up the stairs into my new room.
Oh my God, you live with lesbians. They can help you put your tricycle together.
Yes. Correct. And that's what I'm doing this weekend.
You live with lesbians, Sarah. You are. Well, no, I guess not.
We are all lesbians living together. Thank you.
Anyways, anything else this weekend?
Nope, that's it.
Do you work? Is today the only day you worked this weekend?
I am off this weekend, yes.
Oh, that's good.
Originally, Nick and I were going to go to a barbecue yesterday, but Nick is not feeling well.
Oh.
So we actually canceled our date night. So we're not going to hang out at all.
Well, he did just get back from Mexico.
That's true. He did just get back from Mexico.
Did he drink the water in Mexico?
I don't know.
No, they have really...
It's like if you're
not supposed to drink the tap water.
You're not supposed to drink the tap water anywhere. Let's be real.
Especially not in Flint, Michigan.
Oof. Correct.
Oh God, I'm gonna get canceled.
Still, they still don't have clean water in Flint, Michigan.
It's ridiculous. America's ridiculous.
America's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, oh my God. On that, what are you doing?
I don't have anything fun planned. I'm gonna edit this and then I'm gonna finish watching Scream 2, which I was watching before we started, and then I need to do my school stuff because I need to stop putting it off until the day that it's due.
Good luck with that.
Because that was the whole reason I thought I was gonna get like reduced to 20% because I turned it in. First of all, it was supposed to be due at 11. It's due at 11:59 the Tuesday, and I turned it in at 12:03. So I thought I was going to get reduced points because it was late. I mean, yeah, it's just 4 minutes late, but still.
Right.
And
Like
then I
some
just,
professors you would.
yeah. And then I realized after I turned it in, there's a whole other part of it that I missed completely.
Oof.
But he only reduced it by less than 7%. So,
Well, I mean, apparently you're doing well enough.
yeah, it is what it is.
Right.
Other than that, I don't really have much planned. Oh, I'm gonna go get my hair cut tomorrow because it's getting insane.
It is getting a little long.
And then in the sides, it's like sides and back. It's a little long. I do think I'm gonna ask her not to fade it this time and just like do it the same length all the way to the like the part. Because it sometimes, and also cut the top of it shorter because usually I don't get it cut very much. Like I usually have them leave 2 inches on the top. I might do like
Right.
1.5 inches left instead of 2 inches.
Ooh. Gonna try something different.
I am, mainly because I don't want to go back as often. I hate getting my hair cut. Small talk is like the death of me.
Small talk is pretty terrible. Yeah.
I wish I could just put my AirPods in and just sit there and like just do your thing. Leave me alone. Ask me if I'm okay. Don't chit chat with me.
Oh my God. I was trying to read my book on my way home because I had to take a lift home. And the lady just did not take a hint.
Can't you like select if you want to, or maybe that's just Uber?
No, you can select whether or not you want them to talk to you if you pay extra.
Oh, in Uber, it's not something you have to pay extra for.
I'm not willing to pay extra.
Or maybe it's because I only get like the Uber Plus or Uber or whatever. Uber XL.
X. Yeah.
Because I'm a tall bitch and I don't want to be squeezed into a little bitty Toyota Camry or Toyota Corolla.
You know, that's fair. That's reasonable. I'm short as fuck. So I don't need the extra room. But normally, you know, the people aren't super chatty. Like every now and then, there'll be somebody who's kind of chatty, and I'm usually fine with like chit-chatting, like no biggie. That's what I do for work. But like I just wanted to read my book, man. Just wanted to read my book.
This might be problematic, but I sometimes want to if I take an Uber, I'm not going to say it. This is going to be problematic. Never mind. I'm not. I'll tell you after because I don't want to put it on the podcast because it could be problematic.
You're like, I don't need the people knowing.
I mean, I already said something negative earlier. About Flint, Michigan. I could already get killed. Anyways, going to call it a podcast?
Yeah, I think it's a podcast.
All right. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you liked this episode, please give us a like, a comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. And leave a review in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. This will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on our social media, our Instagram and Twitter or X, whatever the hell it's called now. And our threads is at Now About That Pod. If there's something specific you want us to talk about on the podcast, Sarah's laughing her ass off. If there's something specific you would like us to discuss on the podcast, feel free to reach out. Our email is nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. Or you can visit our website, www.nowaboutthatproductions.com. Also, give us a call or a text. Our phone number is 765-557-4170. Did you have something you wanted to add about X?
No, I just thought it was funny that you were like, whatever the fuck it is now.
I don't understand.
I don't.
Why would you do that?
Because he's stupid.
Like, I was even listening to Mamrie and Grace talk about it, and Mamrie's like, I don't even go to the app anymore because I don't recognize what it is, because it's now just a black X, and the blue, like the blue icon always like it was attractive to me, so I clicked on it and I would go in there and scroll for hours. Well, now I'm not on there very much because I don't want to go on the black X.
Yeah, I go on once in a while because like I don't even recognize it anymore.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I don't see my Twitter, so then I don't think about it. ADHD.
And I'm noticing like no one is changing the little icon on their like social media and stuff. Like no
Yeah.
businesses have changed it. It's still the little bird.
It's still the little bird.
Yeah. It was a dumb move, Elon. It was a dumb move. We're calling you out, you billionaire bastard. It was a
could
dumb
literally
move.
fix world hunger, and this is what you choose to do with your time.
And
Wow.
then him and Zuckerberg are having a pissing contest about Threads versus X.
Oh my god, they're so stupid.
Can you both just fly your planes into each other?
Jesus. Just kiss already. Nobody fucking cares.
I mean, they would probably want to know who was kissing wrong at that point. On that note, thank you guys for listening and have a great week as this will come out on a Monday. And Sarah, enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Whatever you get up to doing, you have the whole weekend.
You as well.
You get to those dogs, the cat, it's there.
I will pet the dogs and the cat.
I don't care about the cat.
I know.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.